If there was ever a time for using this particular item we have among the evidence, it's now. What? Are we... What? Are we calling Mr. Sholmes for help? Are we serious? No. No.
Take that!
Oh my, yes, Mr. Sholmes asked if you had that with you earlier. We've exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoing now. I've no doubt that Mr. Sholmes had already deduced exactly how the truth would unfurl. So I think it must be time for the great detective to take center stage, don't you? Is this really such a wise idea? Yes, absolutely. Let's take the hair by the ears then, and here. Alright, here goes. Here. Ow, 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 ow! My dear fellows, must I remind you every time? A gentle tug will suffice. Mr. Sholmes, you're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo, because I'm over here. Mr. Naruhodo, he's... It's Mr. Sholmes! What the... Oh, that butt wiggle. What? I wasn't expecting you back, Sholmes. I'm delighted to be here again. Lord Strongheart, what is this anachronistic thing? What is the meaning of this? Bailiff, seize him. Put that man in irons. This is a close court. You've been warned once already, man. We can't get a hold of him, my lord. we just go right through him. I'm afraid your efforts are wasted. Ooh. Is he dancing? The great detective you see before you is composed entirely of light and shadow, an image, if you will. Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions. Mr. Sholmes, what on earth is... Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as the telephone? Well, yes, I hear that some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo. And the sound of the speaker's voice is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place. Quite. Sounds are transmitted, so could not images keep them company, I mused. Iris and I did some modest experimentation to develop such a device specifically for this very day. Modest experimentation, Mr. Sholmes? What a modest description. And somewhat incidentally, I thought we might just as well transmit an entire scene. Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes? Now you're just being immodest. Do you mean to say you're not actually here, Sholmes? I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept. Except he's grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock arrival. Poor father, I would have hoped he might have been forewarned, being the great detective's great partner. Leave my courtroom at once, get out, or I swear to you. Dear me, you on the other hand, Lord Strongheart, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I am not here, which would, I hope, lead naturally to one asking, where exactly are you? The very question I was awaiting. I am at present enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden. A garden? Not just any garden, you understand. A garden at Buckingham Palace. What? What? You can't be. Buckingham Palace? What's Buckingham Palace, Mr. Sato? I've never heard of it. You know! Do you ever read the news, Mr. Naruhodo? Mr. Sholmes? Is Iris with you there? Well now, Iris is currently enjoying some tea. With Her Majesty the Queen. Her Majesty? Not just any Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty the Queen of the British Empire. What? What on earth is this all about? Buckingham Palace is Her Majesty the Queen's residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo. Order in court. I demand immediate silence. Her Majesty the Queen, you can't be, no. This is some sort of unforgivably distasteful trickery by a third-rate detective, that's all. Unforgivably distasteful trickery, what an apt description. A closed court session attended by elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I presumed Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So, I decided to show her everything, from start to finish. Huh? You showed her? Indeed. By dint of the Herlock Sholmes remote cinematograph. No. Wait, how do you pronounce this? Cinematograph? Cinematograph. Oh, cinematograph. You meddling. This is some kind of nightmare. Just as I appear to be standing before you, regaling you with talk of my latest invention, no doubt you've inferred that the reverse is also true. You don't mean... Her Majesty has seen and heard every moment of the proceedings. I assumed there would be no objection. After all, every trial in this country is conducted under the auspices of Her Majesty, as you know. You... I confess I am quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion about the unforgivably distasteful trickery in which you've been engaged over the past 10 years. No, I was merely... Oh, so sorry to keep you all waiting. Vicky and I had so much to talk about. Iris, there you are. In fact, I have a little message here from Her Majesty. A message? Well then, if everyone is still sitting comfortably, ahem. Forthwith and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to male Strongheart is hereby revoked forevermore. Furthermore, he will be prosecuted for crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. So, it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country needn't be administered from the shadows at all. Male Strongheart, the darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable actions these last 10 years is a thing of the past now. After today, your brand of law and order has no future, because no longer are you the Lord Chief Justice. In the eyes of the law and of Her Majesty the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal. Adjourned! 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 Court is adjourned! Whoa. What is happening? Oh my god, he'll die! Okay, he did not die. Ah! Holy moly, that was very spectacular. Lord Klingt von Siegs left a will in which he confessed to everything. When those words came out of Azuki's mouth, it deranged me completely. I knew I must do anything and everything in my power to contain the situation. but I couldn't find the damned document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there. Which precipitated a jailbreak plot, I presume. What do you mean? The need to obtain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I facilitated Azuki's escape, he would emerge with the will somewhere on his person. But despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in the sword's hilt. What pains me now is that my brother left this world without a word to me. I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks. In point of fact, I think perhaps that isn't the case. Sorry? How can that be? There's more to his last will and testament. What? As I confront the prospect of my demise, I feel bitter regret for my younger brother. Baroque, you have always looked up to me, and now you follow in my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deeds should not hinder your advancement. I ask not for understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I ask only for forgiveness. Azuki is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final two wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. You cannot commit to paper? I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Van Zieks. Clint. Male Strongheart? You colluded with Seishiro Jigoku in a criminal plot so immense it spanned the oceans, and you cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. But why did you set about that now, a whole decade later? Yeah, that's my question. Why now? To ascend to the very peak. These last 10 years made me realize being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough, short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General. I could have no real power to effect the changes needed in this country. And for that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnants of the past remained. How could you? I like everything to run smoothly in the exact manner that I prescribe, like a well-oiled machine. And I was just a step away. And for your ambition to succeed, did you even bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed? Mr. Reaper, are you not forgetting something? Such as? You very much adopted your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in the proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendant in this trial. However, the presiding judge would appear to have fallen from the bench, as it were. May I suggest, therefore, that we entrust the final adjudication to an old friend? My lord. As a member of the judiciary, I have been following the proceedings from the gallery, and I must say, I shan't ever forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I witnessed here today. The darkness that has blighted justice in our land these past 10 years has at last been dispelled, thanks in no small part to the efforts of a bright young star from the east. Oh, thank you, my lord. Defense Counsel Naruhodo. Yes, my lord? On behalf of everyone here present in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks. You're too kind, my lord. The first time I faced you in court, just under a year ago now, I had the faintest of intimations. Intimations? That if British justice, so warped and twisted over its long history, was finally to know change, this might just be the man to do it. What? Wow, high praise. But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death. Mr. Naruhodo, allow me to apologize for countless discourtesies on my part. You are a lawyer of boundless talent. Oh, Lord Van Zieks. When I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody, certainly not a lawyer. And the truth is, my fortunes have entirely been made by the miraculous people I've met. Oh, I'm so humble! My best friend Kazuma Azuki, who led me here to Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever-patient judicial assistant, Mr. Sato, who helped me study to become a lawyer. The brilliant Lord Van Zieks, who never failed to challenge his Nipponese rival. Oh my god! And not to mention, the exceptional master of logic and reasoning who showed me the true art of deduction, Mr. Sholmes. Saving the best for last, Mr. Naruhodo, what a relief. I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is a guiding light and that always leads to happiness. I've lived by that principle for a long time now, but actually, it's not true. The truth can also cause great pain, sometimes even leave people on the brink of despair. And for that reason, there are those who feel the need to hide the truth, who do it instinctively even. But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness takes hold. And from there it grows until eventually it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. So that's why it's my belief that we must all resolve never to avert our eyes from what is just and true. So that we can continue to walk the straight and narrow path ahead. Wow, what a great final speech. Well, I must excuse myself now. But before I go, Mr. Naruhodo, let me compliment you on your grand opus. What? Without your beautifully composed case against Lord Strongheart, Her Majesty would have been unable to act. Thanks to you and your fellows, the haunting undertones corrupting Britain's justice system have been silenced. Thank you very much. So, until our paths cross again somewhere. Well then, it would appear that this long trial has finally come to an end. My apologies for any anxiety caused, my lord. I'm quite sure we shall meet again here in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Baruch van Zieks. In conclusion of these proceedings, I hereby declare the defendant, Baruch van Zieks, not guilty. Confetti! Fireworks! That is all. Court is adjourned. Pew. It really is all over. But did I sacrifice too much? What do I mean? What do you mean? Mr. Naruhodo? I really must congratulate you. It was a truly splendid performance. Honestly, I couldn't be happier for you. Oh, thank you very much. But I really couldn't have done it without you at my side through it all, Mr. Sato. Oh. Your kind words mean so much to me. It really was a very splendid show, that, Naruhodo. I'd have thought you'd be smiling from ear to ear, but you look rather glum. Well, of course I'm delighted about the verdict, but in exposing the truth, I'm afraid I've caused my client a great deal of pain. I'm really not sure that's what a lawyer ought to be doing. I don't think we caused him pain. Surely there was pain involved, but like good pain, right? And he finally found out the truth about Clint, and that Clint wrote him a testament and stuff like that. His last words. Oh well, in that case, I'm quite sure that when you see Lord van Zieks' smiling face, everything will seem much better. Smiling face? Are you serious, Sato-san? Mr. Sato? Everything seems worse. He has a face like thunder. Oh dear, I really shouldn't have presumed. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Almost a year it's been now since I first encountered you here in this very courthouse. For you to have risen to the level of excellence you demonstrated today, well, it's quite remarkable. But I exposed the most unpalatable truth you could ever have imagined in court today. I feel as though I've robbed you of something you held so dear. What was it he said? To fight those who dwell in the darkness requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. You can't possibly quote him, of all people. But that was just a feeble excuse of a coward. Only those with a steadfast eye for the truth have what it takes to fight the dark forces of crime. You made fine work of establishing that fact in court today. Oh. Well, thank you. Oh, what magnanimous words! I'm quite sure that Kazuma-sama would have a smile on his face at this very moment if he were here. Kazuma? Oh! Kazuma! Why are you looking so angry? Mr. Sato, there's another face like thunder here. Oh my, and he really was here. Lord van Zieks. Allow me to congratulate you on your acquittal. Congratulate me or curse me? You failed to bring down the Reaper. What do you mean? The Reaper was Lord Strongheart all along, and we successfully brought him down, didn't we? I owe you an apology. No, it is I who should apologize. Your father, Genshin, If I had been stronger, then perhaps I made an unforgivable error of judgment. I can offer no excuse. And I can offer no forgiveness. That's sad. What is there to forgive? It wasn't his fault. He was only 23 or something. I suppose he fought for justice and the truth. For that at least, I can't withhold respect. Your words mean more to me than you could know. I will hold them dear. Kazuma-sama? I must say, there's one thing that's still bothering me. And what's that? The will that Lord Clint Van Zieks wrote before his duel with my father. Azuki is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final 2 wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. Oh yeah, what is it that he cannot commit to paper? He has agreed. Something that Azuki agreed to. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Van Zieks. What can the second of his final wishes have been? That your father agreed to honor, you mean? I think perhaps I might be able to shed some light on that. Oh, what? A father?
It was 10 years ago, as you know, the day before the execution was scheduled. I went to the prison to say my farewells to Genshin. Why aren't you putting up more of a fight, Genshin?
Oh. He's young, right? 10 years ago. If you'd only agreed to it, Seishiro and I would gladly petition the government. We've been through this already. You don't need to worry about me. Anyway, Eugen, I have a favor to ask of you. Something of great importance. You're one of my greatest friends, Genshin. Whatever it is, consider it done. Oh my god, he looks the same 10 years ago. What the heck? I'm going to tell you an address. An address. I need you to go there at once in secret and telling no one. You should find a lady of the gentry and hiding there.
A lady of the gentry?
She's not in a good way, and she's with child. The birth is imminent. As a medical man, I'd like you to attend to her, please. You're her only hope. By any chance, is the child yours, Genshin? Don't be daft. It's a favor that was asked of me by a man I knew, as his dying wish. What? The child of Clint?
My goodness!
I swore to the man that I would help, that I would do whatever I could for his wife and his unborn child. But if something should happen to me, I need to ask you that same favor. You're the only person I know that I can truly rely on.
What did you say? If something should happen to you? Tomorrow night you're going to be...
You never know though, do you? What life will bring.
Alright then, tell me the address.
I'll head there at once, with Seishiro and... No, not with him.
Pardon?
This is a favor I'm asking of you, and only you, Eugen.
Right, I see. Very well then. That very night, I caught a train from Paddington to Dartmoor in Devon. I found the old house. In the middle of nowhere it was. An old hunting hound lay asleep in the grounds. The poor woman was on the floor at the back of a darkened room. She was in mortal danger. I broke her waters to precipitate the labor before she weakened further, but it was a tortuous birth. I did everything humanly possible for her and her child. And in the end, I was lucky enough to welcome a new life into the world. But tragically, my efforts to save the mother's life were in vain. I held the healthy newborn girl in my arms and wept for longer than I care to remember. Eventually, in something of a daze, I looked around the room. There was precious little in it, but an old travel trunk caught my eye. It had clearly been well looked after over the years, made of top-quality leather with fine stitching. Oh, there's a bee on that side. The Baskervilles. It's the same trunk that's in the living room in Sholmes, right? Sholmes' suite. But we didn't see the emblem before because it was always the other way around. But it was when I saw the emblem on the side of it that everything dropped into place. B for Baskerville.
Baskerville? You mean the woman was the wife of Lord Clint Van Zieks?
That's right. The newborn was his daughter.
But that makes no sense. Why on earth wouldn't Clint have entrusted the child to my care in that case?
Yeah, you would think...
Yeah, or their parents, right? I was completely unaware that he even had a daughter. I suppose he didn't really have any choice. What? Well, your brother said that he'd confessed everything to his wife, so she must have been beside herself with worry for her child. If the true identity of the professor were ever to be made public, the girl would be forever branded as the daughter of the infamous mass murderer. Oh. So the only solution was to distance the young girl from the Van Zieks family as much as possible. I don't believe it.
I imagine that in his final hour, Lord Clint Van Zieks made the obvious choice. He would have thought to himself, this Japanese man here is someone I can trust. I honored my promise to Genshin, of course. However, only a month later I was summoned back to Japan, and without disclosing the parentage of the child, I couldn't obtain permission to take her with me.
Oh, how awful.
I was completely at a loss. In the end, I had to ask my great friend. I asked him if he would be a father to her.
That being Mr. Sholmes, I presume?
Yes. He took one look into my eyes and agreed to it on the spot.
Mr. Sholmes? He has a heart of gold.
Really, all it can be said that I did for the child was to give her a name.
Oh?
When I'd come to Britain, I was trying to escape from the grief of losing my darling wife, so it was her name that I gave the little girl.
Your wife's name, Professor Mikotoba, in other words? The name of my mother. I am a Mikotoba. Oh, Ayame. Iris?
Or in English, Iris.
Iris. I had no idea. Ouch! Miss Naruhodo was wrong. This little thing just pinched me on the behind through my trouser pocket hard. Well, that's one way to sexually assault me, Sholmes. What the heck? My dear fellows, can you hear me? Mr. Sholmes, is that you? Did you just... Ouch! Yes, we can hear you. You see what excessive tugging can do? Let that be a lesson to you. Mr. Sholmes, we weren't able to thank you properly before, but you were simply marvelous. Your checkmate move was a stroke of genius. Indeed it was, wasn't it? I surpassed myself, I feel. Sasato-san, please don't make his head bigger than it is already. It had become apparent to me that to stop the Lord Chief injustice would require such measures. Reno, Cersei. Oh, Iris. Oh, I'm so pleased. What a wonderful outcome. Her Majesty Queen Vicky said she thought my special blend was delicious. Oh, I'm sure she did. After all, no one brews a more delicious tea than you do, Iris. Let's have a party to celebrate. And Mr. Reaper, you simply must come too. What? I'm afraid I couldn't. The Reaper of the Bailey, flustered by a 10-year-old girl, again. No, really? Pooh. But I give you my word that I shall present myself at your residence in the near future to express my gratitude. Why couldn't you go to the party? Come on, it's the party for your not guilty verdict, right? Oh, how lovely. You've promised now. I won't let you forget. Bye for now then. Alright, Iris, thank you for all your help earlier. Oh, that was nothing. Just come back home soon. Ouch! One final pinch goodbye, was it?